for the Power Chat series. Today, our guest is Richard Garcia. He is the champion at the ISKL championships. Richard, how are you today?
Thank you for having me. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. So, this is your second time coming on the Power Chat series. Congratulations on your performance. Why don't you tell people how you did?
Thank you very much. I got first in team fighting with my teammate Pedro Lima. I got first in open rank, and I got first in my division fighting.
Congratulations, a clean sweep.
Clean sweep.
Now, tell me about some of the fighters there. How was the competition?
Competition was super good. Some divisions were super packed, and they were super entertaining, and the fighters were amazing.
You, despite having a clean sweep, what were the matches like? Tell me about your team fighting match. Who did you go against, and how was that working with your teammate?
Team fighting, we went against Team Chop House, and my teammate went first, and then I went. I believe we started it off. I think it was 8-7, and then I boosted it to 15-12.
So
So
you took
the
it
team fighting was
home.
super good. We took it home.
Kind of a close match at the beginning, and then they put you as the second fighter to sort of ensure that you come home with the win. What was the what do you normally fight second with this teammate?
This is actually my first time fighting in teams in the
Oh,
ISKL season, and it was for me it was a lot of fun and super exciting.
cool. What about your individual divisions? How did those matches themselves go?
In my individual ones, the fighter there was super good, and we went a couple of times. And my first match was super close, but at the end I brought it home. So my normal division was super close.
Awesome. And that's always a good feeling to come out on top. Who's your coach again?
My coach is Master Jean-Pierre Zamora.
Cool. And you were in the 12-13 division, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I see so many trophies behind you. Let's remind our viewers how you got into martial arts.
I believe I started martial arts as an after-school program, which lasted about 3 months. And then after that ended, I was talking to my parents about trying to get into martial arts because I like the sport. So we were driving around one day and we found this school. So I told my mom, because I was driving with my mom, I told my mom, hey, do you think we can check this place out? Because I think I might like it. And after that, I tried it out. After a couple more days, I just fell in love with martial arts.
Amazing. Are you based in Florida?
Yes, I'm based in Florida.
So you're familiar with all the different competitors that are there, the talent, as well as some of the circuits. So you've competed at the on the ISKL circuit tournaments before earlier this year?
Yeah, I fought in January, February, March, April, May, June, July, and August, and now September. So I've fought in every single tournament they've had so far.
Wow. How have you watched the circuit change or grow over time in terms of competitors or how the circuit and tournaments have been run?
So January, the season opener, started off the season super strong. It was a great start, and March and May they had like a lot of people there. So for me, those two for me were the best tournaments of the East Coast season. And then the hit tournament was also a super good tournament. The August in Melbourne to support breast cancer. So all of the funds went to a breast cancer foundation. And this tournament, the state championship, was also a super great tournament.
Wow, you should be like a spokesperson for this tournament. You've been to every single one, every month you've gone to a tournament on this league. What keeps you coming back?
Um, it's just that adrenaline that you feel like you train again, and you keep training hard. So then when you go to the tournament and you get that first place, you feel super proud of yourself, and you're like, man, I actually did this. I actually got a first place. All of this hard work paid off.
This was the end of the circuit's season. How do you feel coming out on top?
Coming out on top was a great goal for me. Since January, I wanted to be the number one competitor in my division, and I've accomplished that. So I feel super proud of myself.
What did it take to get there? Tell me more about your training and your mentality to competition.
My training, I have classes on Tuesday, Thursdays from 8 to 9:30 p.m. On Mondays, I have private classes with my master Jean-Pierre Zamora. Wednesdays and Fridays, I do fighting class. So basically all week I'm packed. So
How do you rest and recover? I know your body's still fresh and you're nimble, but do you take any times? Do you get sore?
man, getting sore for me is the worst part because you go back to training and then let's say you throw a back fist, right? Or you throw a side kick, and after that, your arm or your leg feels super numb, and I hate it. So sometimes I take days off, rarely, but when I do, I have time to recover.
You're primarily focused on fighting?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Now, you tell me more about the judges and how this tournament was ran for the state championships.
The tournament first, the registration team went super fast. They got through everybody super quick, and we got to start the tournament on time, which was a good thing. So people didn't have to wait so long. And the judges, they made good calls. They had good eyes, and they made the fight super entertaining.
Were you able to catch other fights and the matches around you?
I was able to catch most of the other fights around me, and they were also super entertaining.
What was your favorite part about this state championships?
I would say my favorite part about this tournament is the team fighting because I've never done it before, and it feels like a like the beginning of something new, like something fresh.
Team fighting is such a fun division on all facets, from competing yourself. I used to love team fighting, to just watching it, because it adds a level of, I don't know, excitement and energy. I'm sure you've watched team fighting. What made you decide that you want to do it this time?
Um, I'm not sure, just like that feeling. You're fighting with your teammate or with multiple teammates, and you may be losing, you may be winning. If you're losing, it's up to you. So all the pressure's on you. So when all the pressure's on you, you got to make sure you're doing your best. So I just wanted to get a piece of it.
Yeah. And you came in with a 1 point lead for your team fight. What was your mentality going into that?
My mentality going into the second fight was, if we don't win this, I'm screwed. When I go back home, I'm screwed. So all side kicks, blitz, try to keep your distance, and round kicks, side kicks, combos, whatever works for me.
Was your teammate also a part of your karate school?
Yeah, we're both part of Legend Martial Arts Sports Center.
Awesome. Cool. Okay. Very nice. Well, even though this season's wrapped up, do you plan on competing on the season with the same frequency as you did with the circuit next year?
100%. I definitely plan on going every single tournament that they have every single month.
I'm sure they appreciate the support and, the local support, as well as just you being there as a competitor to really bring that excitement. Tell me a little bit more about your sort of drive for not just martial arts. You said you fell in love with the sport early, but competing.
Competing. I remember I went to my first internal tournament. I was super nervous, and at first three tournaments I didn't like it, but after the years, as I started training and going to more tournaments, it felt like something normal to me. So then, and you get medals, trophies, first places, and if you don't get a first place one tournament, you learn from it, go to the next one, and get your first place.
Great. And I see a lot of trophies behind you. Do you take home all the medals and all of the trophies that you win? And is that where you put them?
Yeah, that's where I put them. I have one under my TV, and I have that one over there.
Great. A nice dedicated space so you can reflect on your accomplishments. How is Pedro your dad? He
Pedro,
commented.
who? Oh,
Pedro,
he's one of my friend's dad.
oh, you guys have the same
But
last name. That's why I was.
at the end, we're all family, so you could consider him my like legend.
Awesome. Well, yes, go Legend, go Richard. We have some other comments here. Alex Reyes giving you a fire emoji. And another person saying go Legend. So that's really great. A lot of support in here. And so you're Team Legend, right?
Yep.
How's that support been?
Super good. We all support each other. We're all a big, strong family. If one of us goes down, we all go down, and we all support each other. So if one of the fighters is fighting in a ring, we all go, we support them. The next person, the same, and it just goes on.
Yeah, it seems like a great family. Is
It does.
the karate season done for you, or do you have more tournaments as we move into September to December?
I plan to going to the Legend Cup in October. I'm planning to win that. Pan Americans, and for next year, oh, and we can't forget WKC.
Mm-hmm.
And next year, Chicago, out of Atlanta, U.S. Open, maybe Washington, and next year, of course, all the ISKL tournaments.
Great. Wow, you're going to be super busy. And I'm sure they appreciate your support going into next year. Is there anything that you notice that you hope to see more of on this circuit, the ISKL circuit, in the future for next season? Anything you're like, man, I wish we did this more?
Um, I'm not sure. I don't really have anything bad to say about the ISKL league. So I think right now we're doing super good.
Awesome. Well, that's a great way to wrap up the season, right?
Great way to wrap up the season.
Are you 12 or are you 13?
I'm 12, but I have my birthday coming up this Friday. So in 2 days, I'm gonna be 13.
Well, happy early birthday, Richard.
Thank you.
13 years old. That's a big one. But that means
That's a
next
big
year you're
one.
still going to be in the 12 to 13 division, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well then you're going to be the old guy in there fighting
I'm pretty
and
cool
got
guy.
to keep your dominance.
Yep.
Great. Okay. Well, congratulations again for that clean sweep at the state championships. A
Thank you.
supporter of the circuit. Is there anything else that you wanted to get out there?
Um, the one thing I would like to get out there is all the people who support me, my family, my parents, uh, my masters, Tony Ramsani and Jean-Pierre Zamora, my senseis, Christian Rivas and Yoshika Gomez. Without them, I wouldn't be who I was today.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're shaping you to continue to be a great person and martial artist. It's an awesome camp that they have there
Yeah, they're always
and that
beside
you're a
me.
part
Always
of.
with me. Yep.
Cool. Cool. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Richard, for coming on to the Power Chat series. Thanks, everyone, for supporting. Be sure to share and support our guests here today. And thank you again. Stay tuned for a pre-show coming up on the next tournament that you need to be at. Take care.
Thank you, guys. You too.